Jumbo viewer. My name is Thorn Muli. I'm a writer, an editor, and today I'm joined by another writer, an author, the voice of Italians in Kenya. Freddy, karibu to the show.
Asante sana.
Your name is kind of hard to produce for me. Del Curatolo. And we'll be talking a lot about that today.
No, it's right.
Let's
Del
hear it.
Curatolo, yes. They call me Freddy. My real name is Alfredo. And I apologize for my bad English, but my Kiswahili is even worse.
I know you have a book. You want to tell us about that?
Yes, I wrote a book about Nairobi, the visible city, and you can find that Nuria bookstore, for example.
Perfect. Freddie.
Hi again.
Hi. Write spaghetti, not spaghetti.
Yes.
The Italian embassy has come up with a small book. You want to tell us about that one?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Somebody says spaghetti, like it's super. So they think that is something like that. But Getty is not a word, so it cannot be super. Apart from that, it's funny how we can see the different pronunciation of our Italian words, especially when you find food or wine. But as we told before, it's to know the names is also to know that they are original. If somebody in a restaurant write in a wrong way, he can even cook it in a wrong way. The recipe cannot be original. So maybe you cannot taste something which is very, very Italian. So it was important to write a book that is so funny and not something to study or a research or something too much serious. It's just a way to feel the beautiful sound of Italian food. Because as we know, we are not eating just with the mouth and with the taste. We have the sight, for example. When we see something nice on the table,
appetite is whet.
Yes. And so some restaurants, they do their fortune, doing nice things on the dish, on the plate. Yes. Then we have the smell. When something smells nice, invite us to eat it. If the smell is absent or is not
the
good,
aromas are non-existent.
Then there is the touch. The touch is the one also you feel in the mouth for something, but it can be also a touch of pizza taken by the hand, and you can see if it's soft enough, if it's not too much crunchy or everything. And then we have the taste, of course, the much important things, because everything before could be very nice, but if the taste is not good. But people forget that we have the sound of food. And which is the sound of food? The sound of food is what stays behind the stories we told, and Italy is, of course, the first place in the world where that they can tell stories about food, but even what the food recommends to you to think about. And it can the sound of food, it can bring you, for example, to a beautiful place in Italy, or let you dream to go by the sea, or in a sunny afternoon drinking wine. So food not just to eat and survive and make your tumbo full, but also to have an experience. That experience is what we call the Italian way of eating. And the book, it explains you that everything is starting by the names. The name of food, it reveals to you what is behind that. The story first, why
is it called
It's
that?
called like that, and why it cannot be called spaghetti or burrata instead of burrata. For example, burrata is...
Freddie, I'll ask, because now we're talking about many misspelled, mispronounced words. You want to run us through a few of those, names that come to, offhand that you can think about that most people mispronounce?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was telling you one of these is our famous cheese called burrata. Now, also in Nairobi, many people love burrata. That is a mozzarella that when you open it, you see a creamy cheese, creamy fresh cheese, and even a bit fat, but so nice, so sweet. Why is called burrata? And many people, even in the labels, call burrata with only one R and double T instead of two double R and only one T. Because in Italy, burro, it means butter.
Okay.
Yeah. It's curious. In Spain, burro, it means donkey. Yes, of course.
I hope it's not donkey.
No, it's not donkey inside. You can open a burrata and find a small donkey coming. No, it's not.
And it's not donkey milk as well.
No, it's not donkey meat, neither donkey milk. And burrata is especially because is burro inside. And there is a very nice story of a farmer 200 years ago that he was in a place not far from the sea and from the market where he went every day to sell his mozzarella. That day, he was a bit high near a mountain, and it came a lot of snow. He cannot move to go to the market to sell his mozzarella. And from the mozzarella he sold daily, he went his money to survive. So he say, now the mozzarella, he can live only 2 days outside of the fridge. First, he put in the snow the mozzarella, because at the time there were no fridge, of course. So refrigerator, you use the barafu. And after, he say, after 2 days, he cannot move. Instead to throw all those mozzarella, all his job, he had also to sell some butter. So what he did, the butter was melting. He put the mozzarella, and the mozzarella, he became like the skin of the butter, and he put together. And then he tried, when the first day of sun, he say, okay, let's go to the market. And I try to give that, and I call burrata, and I try my best. Not only that, people was buying even because he sold very cheap. But after, they were crazy. They wanted all that more than the mozzarella, and became famous, and he became also rich. So you see, when you eat something and you know the story, after, for sure, you cannot pronounce differently from the real name. So it's burrata and not burrata. Okay, burrata is not one of the most famous. The most frequent misspelling are especially about, as we told, the spaghetti, that has been called spaghetti, supaghetti, the risotto, the special kind of creamy rice we make. I read in so many menus around, not only Kenya, risotto. Or the gnocchi. Gnocchi are the famous Italian dumplings.
Yes.
And there is when I was here 30 years ago in Malindi, so an Italian place, a place full of Italians, there are a lot of Italian restaurants, and especially many, now they are changing, but many, unfortunately, 30 years ago, they had menus only in Italian. So you can read gnocchi, but you have to read G-N-O. Yes, gnocchi.
Yeah.
But somebody could say also in Italy ginocchi.
Oh, ginocchi.
Yes, that is what happened to somebody who read it and say, do you have ginocchi? But ginocchi in Italy is knees.
Oh,
So
the guy ordered for knees.
Yes, the guy ordered for knees.
That must have been very fun.
And the owner says, sorry, we don't serve
sell
knees,
knees.
so no possible to eat knees. We have a lot of example like
Before
that.
we even go to any more examples, you and actress, voice actor Wakio Mzenge also went out for food.
Yeah.
And she made an order for margarita.
Yes.
A margarita pizza.
Pizza,
But then she got the cocktail.
Yeah.
Yes, you wanna tell us about that and everything else that you've been doing with her this entire week?
Yes.
Yeah.
First, I had the pleasure, the honor to work with a very, very, very good actress, very professional, and really Wakio Mzenge he deserves a lot of success. I know also she was in Italy, so she also worked there with our organizations, and she knows also some of our dishes and our culture. And she loves pizza, of course. But first, he start to call it pizza, like many people know. When they see a double Z, they say pizza. And we know that Pisa is one of our famous town in Italy where the landing towers, the old landing towers stays.
The leaning tower
Yeah,
of Pisa.
the leaning towers, yes. And so I was teaching her to pronounce pizza. So after to pronounce pizza, she was sure that everything, she could order anything.
Yes.
And so she tried to order her favorite pizza, margarita.
You actually said pizza yourself.
Yes, you see?
Yes, it's
because
very
sometimes,
easy. It's very easy to get.
Yeah, when you talk English,
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah.
But she ordered, without saying that it was a pizza, she ordered margarita. And the waitress brought 2 cocktails margarita. And now she knows all the story that we told before. The Queen Margherita was Margherita. And so it was with spaghetti. It was very funny to bring her in different places, like we were in Utali College, where a lot of students were preparing the fresh pasta, and also that is easily misspelled because we have tagliatelle, for example, is not easy to pronounce.
Tagliatelle.
Tagliatelle or ravioli with the E, not ravioli. So all different kind of pasta, even like the macaroni. We have macaroni, and many people call them macaroni or macaron.
I am guilty
macaron
of that.
are sweets from France. If you order
the
macaron, you know. So if you say macaroni, people can understand macaroni.
Macaroni.
Yes.
Okay. Lovely.
So there are many examples.
There
even
was
with the wine.
Chef Luca was also
Chef Luca was there, and he prepared for us this kind of spaghetti called guitar spaghetti, and we saw how you have to call spaghetti, because spago in Italy it means string.
Okay.
So from the different thickness of the spring, you can have spring make like the string of a guitar, or maybe with like a small belt, like pappardelle, or something different. As I told you, there are almost 50 to 60 kind of different pasta in Italy.
Okay. All this talk about food has gotten me and producer Sunny very, very. Our appetite is wet.
Can we close with the recipe?
Please,
very quickly. We talk about the spaghetti. One of the most famous is spaghetti alla carbonara. Inside this book I wrote, Right Spaghetti, there are also some recipes. And you will go on our site of the Italian Embassy in Kenya. You can download for free the PDF with the book from next week, and you will find all this recipe to cook the real Italian food, calling with the real Italian name. Perfect. So For making spaghetti alla carbonara, you use 170 grams of bacon, Italian bacon called guanciale.
Wait, you said Italian bacon? Has to be Italian bacon?
Yes,
Okay.
the one made by the cheek of the pork, of the
pig.
of the pig. Yes, that is called guanciale. It's very
Guanciale.
special. It's completely different from the color bacon or the kind of bacon we find here. It's another
bacon, yeah.
another thing. Yes, yes, streaky bacon or that one. 4 eggs, so 170 grams of guanciale. 4 eggs.
Italian eggs, or we can just use Kenyan eggs?
No, you can use Kenya even if the yolk of the Kenyan eggs is not so red like the Italian one.
Okay.
And you can see by the color of the pasta. If a pasta is made in Italy, it's more yellow. More, colored. But the taste is almost the same.
Okay.
100 grams of pecorino cheese. We talk about Grana Padano and Parmigiano. Pecorino is coming from Rome and is so salty, tasty. So with egg that is a bit sweet together, it's better than to use Parmigiano. Then you keep, when you cook the spaghetti, you keep some water, cooking water, boiling water, yes,
okay.
after the pasta, because the pasta leaves there is something, and it has to remain there. So when the bacon is fried, you prepare the cheese and the eggs like that, cooking, and just warm it a bit, because you know a raw egg can cause also some problems sometimes if it's not really fresh. So you make it a bit warm, you leave it there. When the spaghetti is ready, you put everything in a bowl with a bit of water, of warm water from the spaghetti, put the spaghetti together, and your carbonara is ready. Some more pecorino cheese on top. You will find everything in the book.
Cannot wait.
Okay, Week
you,
of
Freddy.
Italian Cuisine in the World 2024.
Lovely. Join us there. Do not miss. From the 15th to the 22nd. Are we having a party on the 22nd?
Yes, on 22nd
But
we
that's,
have a
we
party,
will have-
but under invitation. I
Okay.
don't know. I will
I
think about your invitation.
Come on. And Sunny is definitely coming.
Yeah, of course.
Lovely. Thank you. We'll
Thank
close it
you.
there. And
Yeah.
Freddy, thank you for joining us on this particular episode.
asante.
Mi è venuta fame, ho appena mangiato ma mi è venuta fame.